what beverages can I have that are keto friendly?
Oh, that was my question to you.
Coffee. Is one better than the other?
Well, yeah, brands, right?
So coffee is a very heavily sprayed crop with chemicals.
Yes, and a lot of coffee that is in stores and on shelves for a really long time can go rancid or get bacteria or other things like that. So we always try and buy organic coffee from sources that we trust.
So we're going to put a link in the comments to the coffee that our favorite company for coffee, and where we get ours. So creamers, going along with coffee, creamers. So there's a couple different things you can do for creamers. One, there's a number of recipes on this channel, Tara's Keto Kitchen, so you can look up coffee creamers. There's also a couple things you can do, like Omega Power Creamer. They're available on Amazon. It's kind of like a keto fat coffee that's flavored. It's just kind of done for you, so you can blend that into your coffee, once a day. Lakanto has a number of syrups. I think they have like vanilla, caramel, hazelnut, coffee flavoring syrups that you can get. And then for like creamer, we use heavy whipping cream.
Yeah, I just throw, a couple teaspoons of heavy whipping cream in my coffee every morning and I'm good to go. And that Omega Power Creamer for this holiday season has a peppermint mocha one.
Yeah, the peppermint mocha is really good. Yeah, that's a treat. And then tea. Again, we choose organic teas because the herbicides and the pesticides that are sprayed on teas and coffees.
Mm-hmm. There's a particular tea that I've been drinking lately that is called Pew Air Tea. It is a fermented, pressed tea. It comes from a specific region in China, and the reason I'm drinking it right now is because it is supposed to be very beneficial for your gut microbiome. In particular, a microbiome species called Akkermansia, which has a huge role in protecting and providing a healthy gut wall, right? So if anybody has any problems with leaky gut, and inflammation from leaky gut or other symptoms from leaky gut, then you could look up Pew Air Tea. That's Puher.
And I can post a link to it after this video as well. I wasn't prepared to mention that one. So smoothies. So smoothies really aren't something I enjoy on keto. Honestly, back when I did green smoothies, I really was just choking them down. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but smoothies are what got me, or
they're what trained you to even eat vegetables.
Right. So
we're talking 3/4 pineapple and strawberries and the rest greens.
I would have never have gotten to the point where I would eat a salad with a meal if I had not started with smoothies. True,
but they're very hard to make keto friendly. You can do like a kale smoothie with ginger and lemon.
Right.
Or spinach. If you're going to do smoothies and ingest that much, I would recommend organic greens. Just because it's a large amount of greens, and there can be quite a few pesticides on those.
I also want to say one more thing about greens, is that one of the reasons I didn't like a lot of greens and a lot of vegetables is because I found them too bitter. Now, as we age, the bitter receptors on our tongues start to decrease in number. So if it's been a long time since you tried something that you didn't like for a long time, I would encourage you to go back and give it another try. You might have a different taste for it now.
That's a good point. And then finally, beer.
Yeah, that was my jam. Like craft beers. I loved double IPAs and barrel-aged stouts. Like those two things, like very, very strong tasting beers, especially those double IPAs if anybody's had them, right?
And when I started keto, he said, I'm not doing that because I'm not giving up my beer.
Yeah, I did. I said I'm not going to give up my beer.
So beer is not keto friendly. I don't care if it says keto beer on it. A well-formulated keto diet does not contain wheat. And other experts will disagree with me, and that's fine. But I believe that wheat and gluten has an inflammatory response to the body.
Mm-hmm.
You're now in that
And I drink some whiskey, and I should really, I need to do more research on all of the ingredients because there's a lot of different types of whiskey, as far as bourbons and Scotch and Irish whiskey and things like that. And they all have different components. So,
but you can have alcohol and stay in ketosis. So
not a whole heck of a lot.
Not a ton of it, because alcohol is a macronutrient in itself, and the body's going to prioritize alcohol first. So it's going to turn off all of your lipolysis, your fat burning, until it's processed the alcohol. So if you're wanting to lose weight faster, that's one thing you can cut out.
Yeah.
But where do you find these things? So Dry Farm Wines has tested organic, zero sugar wines. That's the only place I know of that tests them, and you're 100% sure. Some of the dark horse wines are low sugar, but then things like vodka, tequila, so a lot of your liquors.
And it depends on the vodka, right? So now if we're talking like a corn-based vodka or a potato-based vodka, so we're talking about grains or not grains. So that's,
But they won't take you out of ketosis.
Right.
Right. If you're going to have a drink and you're going to have a vodka and soda water, not the sweetened kind, right? The soda water, not the tonic, you're not going to be pulled out of ketosis.
In fact, you'll find if you have a drink at night, the next morning your ketones will actually be higher.
And that has to do with
acetone, though.
Yeah. So acetone is one of the byproducts of ketone production in the body. So those are some different beverages that you can drink. Other teas, like the Zinger teas that you find at the store, you can, for those of you who like, I know not everyone is going into winter, so for those of you who like a cold drink, you can make those. I do that for our kids. They like the raspberry and the lemon, and I'll make those and I'll keep them in the refrigerator so that they have a drink. And of course, if they want to, they can add sweetener. They like their favorite alternative sweetener is stevia, so we have stevia drops just right there in the freezer, and they put a couple drops in and sweeten it themselves.
Mm-hmm.